Hello and welcome to Bowtie Life. I am Bowtie Dave, where we talk mostly about gardening, sometimes about life. If you've been following along, you may have just seen the video on making Loquat strawberry jam, and look out for a short coming out soon for a taste test of that. And what we're making now, we're going to be making a Loquat jam with ginger and vanilla. And I'm a little excited about this one. It's going to be used the same process as the other jam. We're going to use 8 cups of strained Loquats. And if you've ever seen any of my other videos, especially the one on the harvest of pomegranate juice, you might recognize this thing here. This is my tomato strainer, and it actually will remove the skins and other fleshy parts of the Loquat. The Loquat does not have a lot of meat in it. It has more seeds in them, between 1 and 5 seeds, and they're pretty large. In fact, I'll show some to you here in just a little bit. Actually, here's a video of some of the seeds we collected. We collected somewhere around 4 pounds, I believe it is, of seeds out of the 22 pounds of Loquats that we got. But this thing here separates out the juice from, or the flesh, the edible flesh from the skins. And basically, you put the Loquats in the top here. And Mrs. Bowtie and I already cleaned out the seeds from these and pulled the stems off, of course. But it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't yield very much. And I have a feeling I may have to send this through a second time, because some of these feel a little frozen still. So I'll go ahead and process up. We already have about little under half of what we need here. And this was frozen. We strained this yesterday, in fact, and froze it, and then we're using that now to make our Loquat jams today. So catch up with me here in a few minutes as we start making the mix. Hi, I'm Bowtie Dave. So you can see here how thin the meat is on these Loquats. The seeds would be in there, or 1 to 5 seeds, and then it's got about that much meat on it, kind of like a peach. And I am double straining these grounds just to make sure I get everything out of my can. There are motorized versions of this, that like one that goes on top of the really fancy mixer we have, but we don't have one of those. We're doing with what we have. So here we are back at the stove again. Second time for me today, and for you too if you watched the other video on the strawberry Loquat jam. But so what I have here is I have 8 cups of the strained Loquats. I have a tablespoon of ginger and a tablespoon of vanilla extract. Now this comes from a little bit of research from a couple of different websites. One was the same recipe from Pook's Pantry that we used in the last one, and the other, I kind of wanted to get the amounts for the ginger and the vanilla. So I looked and found a recipe on the Flour Handprint, I think it was called. I think I may end up having to put some more ginger in here before we're done though. But we're going to bring this to a boil. Going to put another box of pectin in here. Haven't got that yet. Get this thing cooking. Here we go again. So I did go back and do a little double checking. This was about 5.5 pounds of Loquats. And so I did not add any more ginger because that recipe, it was 2 pounds of Loquats for a quarter of a tablespoon of ginger, ground ginger. So I've got about the right amount of ginger in here. But I did not have enough vanilla, so I did up the amount of vanilla that I put in here to I think I got about 2 tablespoons in here now, a little over 2 tablespoons. So as in the last video I made with the strawberry Loquat jam, we have some lids over here in a saucepan getting ready to simmer. This is going to take about 20 to 35 minutes till it's ready. And that over there is a pot of boiling water to top off the canner, which we have the Presto Precise digital pressure canner over here. And we're only water bath canning, so we just want to cover the bottles with water by about an inch. So I just have some extra water over here heating up because I'm going to need a little bit. I do have over here the pressure canner. It is warmed up, has 10 jars in it. This recipe says it calls for 8 jars. Based on my experience on the previous batch, I'm going to err on the side of caution, and I went ahead and put 10 jars, and we're doing the half-pint jars in the pressure canner. There we go. Time to let it cook. It's been 30 minutes. I'm going to do a test on a plate that's been in the freezer. It's very cold. We just wanted to see if it will set up. I don't think it will, but what you do is you just leave it on there for 30 seconds and see if it will gel up. It's still a little runny. All right, so we're gonna do it some more. Another 5 minutes or so. After about 6 or 7 minutes of continued boiling, next test came out pretty good. Tilting it up pretty sharp. I think we're ready. So now we're going to fill up the jars, see how many we end up with, and run the canner through the canning process again. Very simple. Shake, rinse, and repeat, right? So again, wiping the rims with distilled white vinegar. Making sure they're clean so that the seal will do good with the lids. They're over here in the simmering in the little saucepan right now. And we will put the lids on with a ring. With a eighth of a turn. No regulator. And that's it. It'll do the rest for me. Yay. So there we go. Other 10 jars complete of Loquat jam. Ginger Loquat jam at that. When you're pulling the jars out, you want to be sure not to tip them, because if the stuff inside gets in contact with the seal, it could compromise the seal. So it used to be my logic that it was okay to tilt it a little bit to get rid of the liquid on top. But that liquid on top evaporates pretty fast, so you really don't have to. Can you hear the lids popping? That's always a good sound. So thanks for following along. Be sure and catch the other video on the strawberry Loquat jam that we did. Should already be out by the time this video comes out. If you just stumbling along finding our channel, please subscribe so you don't miss anything. We talk mostly about gardening, sometimes about life. If you have subscribed and you're returning, I appreciate you watching the video. It helps to grow the channel. And if you thought this was informational, educational, or entertaining, please click the thumbs up on this video and consider sharing with your friends on your social media pages. These are free things that you can do to help us grow our channel. And it is all greatly appreciated. So there we go. 20 half-pint bottles of some kind of Loquat jam complete. They're beautiful. That's a lot of jam. Y'all have a blessed day.